What's going on, everybody? AJ Martucci here with Zach. We're going to talk about the Underdog Velocity program. Zach has been in the program for quite a while. So, Zach, without further ado, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Zach. I'm from Ridgefield, Connecticut. I'm 14 years old, and I've been playing baseball for half my life.
Awesome. Yeah, Zach, you've been absolutely crushing it in the program. Appreciate you taking the time. I just want to celebrate your wins with you right here, right? Live on camera, as they say. Um, so, what made you decide to join the Underdog Velocity program?
I was on Instagram and I saw one of your videos while I was just scrolling, and I was interested at first, and I looked more into it, and I got even more interested. I talked to my parents about it, and then they were like, "Sure."
Yeah, I mean, what interests you? Like, what gave you the interest based on?
I mean, it was targeted to an audience with like smaller, shorter kids like me. So that definitely brought my attention to it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love helping guys that were like my younger self. Like I was an undersized pitcher, as you know. We've talked a lot about it, and to be able to provide that guidance to guys like you, guys like myself, like it on my end is an absolute blessing. And your
Yeah.
wins are definitely my wins as well. So again, I'm super happy that we're at this point, and I'm super happy with where you're headed, man. So, what are some results that you've achieved since being in the program? Like, how has that impacted your performance?
The I felt the mechanics definitely fix itself, and I felt more velocity within my pitches. I haven't used the radar in a while, so I don't know exactly how precisely the velocity changes, but I feel it definitely. And definitely the pain has gone down in my arm because sometimes after a game or a practice, I feel pain in my arm, but that's definitely went away after all of the program.
What kind of pain did you have? Elbow, shoulder?
It was a mix of both. I think last year I had a problem in my like collarbone, my left collarbone.
Yeah. And you said it's been a lot better now.
Yeah,
What do you think that's from? Is it mostly the arm care stuff, the mechanic stuff, mixture of everything?
mixture of everything.
Yeah. No, I mean the best part of the program, I think, is the ability to work together every single day.
Yeah,
Instead of like, hey, I only see you Monday nights or whatever. Like we're working together every single day and it's super flexible on your schedule. Like, and you made the most of it. Like I tell everybody, it's not a magic pill. It's not something where you sign up and then I don't talk to you for 6 months and say, how's it going? Like we're in constant contact. And if you're dedicated and want to make it happen, like it's right there for you. And like, I think that's just incredible.
yeah.
Cool, man. What has been your favorite part of the program?
Probably the fact that every single day you can go on one app and you can see totally different drills every single day that help you and benefit you. So it's not like here's two exercises, you're going to do this today, this tomorrow, this Wednesday, or whatever.
That's pretty solid. Which out of like the obviously the five pillars, we have the hip mobility, we have the strength, we have the mechanic stuff, the arm care, um, and the rotational power. Which one do you feel has benefited you the most? I mean, it could be more than one, but which one has definitely helped you the most personally?
I think the arm care, the mechanics wise, and then probably the hip mobility because I felt like I didn't have a lot of hip power before I joined the program, but now it's definitely gotten better.
Yeah, it's funny. It's one of the unsung heroes of the program is definitely the hip mobility because
Yeah.
everybody thinks of like lifting weights and long toss and mechanic drills and all that stuff's great, obviously part of the program. But until you start doing the hip mobility, and now when you're throwing and your hips are just like more fluid, a little bit more loose, you're like, wow, like this actually feels really good. And like you would never think of like the stretches or the exercises that we do really matter that much, and they do, you know? Cool. So what would you say to somebody who's skeptical about joining the program or unsure if it's right for them? Like, what advice would you give them?
Well, if someone perhaps doesn't know what drills to use, like they have people telling them to do this thing and then people telling them not to do that, then they can just do the program and they have good uh exercises to do every single day.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people I get are skeptical of like remote training because they're like, oh, it's got to be better to work with somebody in person. And in some ways, it's absolutely better to work with somebody in person. I'm not going to lie. But the problem becomes the accessibility, right? Like you're not going to
Mhm.
work with a professional coach every single day. And if you are, like it's going to be incredibly expensive because really good coaches are really expensive. They charge a premium price and it's very hard to have access to them every single day. I mean, what remote training has done and through the app is we're able to close that gap to not only make the program affordable, but give you complete access to me and to the entire program where you're getting a fully customized program literally 7 days a week. And you know exactly what to do and exactly the path that you should be on.
Yeah.
It's truly incredible. Have you ever done any other programs besides mine?
Um, no, you're the first one.
Cool. Well, I'm honored, man. I really take that to heart. So who do you think this program would be best suited for? Like what type of person, what type of player? Like who would be a good fit?
I mean, anyone really, but it's like you said before, it's mainly targeted to people that are smaller than average for their age or league. And then there are also people that they also need to be like committed to the program. You can't just do it like once a week or something.
Yeah, no, that's a huge part. On your end, like what kind of recognition have you received like since being in the program and the results you're talking about? Like you feel yourself throwing harder, you feel yourself pitching better.
Yeah.
Um, have people noticed? Like have they said anything? Like what have they said?
I've had a couple of friends tell me that they've noticed me throwing harder, that they've been like
Nice.
along with me on my like baseball journey throughout my life. And then also my dad has been like noticing that too.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, man. I mean, that's what it's all about, especially since you're putting in the work. Like you want to see the results. There's
Yeah.
nothing worse than putting in the work and not seeing the results. And like we've all been there because we just don't know what to do.
Mhm.
Right. So how's your off-season training going so far?
It's doing really good. I feel like the program has definitely gotten better, especially like the workouts. I feel like have gotten more variety of them since the summer. And yeah,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm always trying to evolve with the program and keep it rolling and want to give you guys the best possible advice, best possible guidance. Because like I said, if you're willing to put in the work, like I'm going to give you all I have. And like you're a true testament to that. And again, I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate the effort that you've put forward um, in this program. And it's awesome to see, man. Like I'm super excited for you in the spring, especially if you continue on the pace you're on. It's only November. I know over here in the Northeast, like we start baseball like around March-ish, like for school ball and stuff. So we got some time and we're gonna make the most of it. So what would be next for you in your career? Like what are the next steps? Like what are you looking forward to? Like through the off season, through the spring, like what's on deck for Zach?
um, well, this year I'm gonna try and make freshman team for high school,
Nice.
and then try and make the team for high school all throughout my high school years, and hopefully eventually make it to varsity.
Yeah, dude, that would be awesome. That would
Yeah,
be, especially as a lefty pitcher, you have that advantage. So if we can continue to help your command, help your other pitches, help you add some velo, I mean, I think you're in a good spot.
yeah.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming on here. I'm super excited to see where this journey is going to take you, and for me to be a small part of your journey is something I'm really honored by, and I'm excited to keep working together.
Thank you.
All right, man.